Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are.
One sec, I'm just gonna get your thing on here, and then I'll go live
I'm
on
attempting
the YouTube.
to get this shit on the road, but for some reason, Twitch, doesn't want to let me.
How low can you go? I said, how low can you go? Said, how low can you go? Way. Hello, ladies and germs. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and like Alex said on Twitch, oh, what a motley crew we are. Back on the Metroid of Primes.
Why isn't my PS5 actually responding? Hang on.
Respond to PlayStation 5. We
You were
command you.
working. You were working fine earlier. What the fuck?
Ay. So what you're streaming is a black screen.
Yes. Right now, I am streaming a black. Oh, there we go.
Da, 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 da. Okay. So if you recall last time, we got pretty much every mandatory power up in the game. So
And if you'll recall last time on my show, Miles became Goku.
Goku. All right, so we're gonna go up to the
So,
Chozo Ruins.
new game, challenge level amazing, spectacular is difficult.
Spectacular is for those who are bad enough dudes to rescue the president.
Accessibility presets, don't
Rudy,
need
I'm
any
right
of
back.
that.
Oh
Hello,
god.
we're online, by the
Back
way.
up.
Yep,
Enable
you're
narration of
alive.
subtitled ASL lines. I know ASL, so I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew
We
you
don't
weren't
need
live
that,
because
nor their attempt at trying to convey to us the Spanish
I
language,
have
because we've
I have
seen how that
seen
turned out.
I have seen a clip later on that, what's everybody's number one criticism of Spider-Man and his not so amazing friends?
The fact that we have to play as his not so amazing friends.
Exactly. Why is motion blur on? Turn the film grain down. Turn the fucking motion blur off.
Okay. So,
Okay. Visual settings. Full screen effects, yeah. Graphics mode fidelity, no,
be
I
right
want
back.
60 FPS.
not 30 FPS.
Like 30 FPS and offers the highest quality visuals, including ray tracing and bullshit like that. And fine hair detail is simplified. We don't need fine hair detail. It's a video game. I mean, even though I have 4K monitor here, I don't give a shit.
Samus's hair in this game isn't all that detailed, and guess what?
VRR
This
smooth.
yeah, and
Variable
the game runs much better on. Let's see, my Switch game that normally runs at 60 frames per second, but is streamed at 30 frames because
HDR is on, which is strange because I wasn't aware that this signal chain allowed for HDR, but what the fuck ever.
you
VRR
forget that
smooth
they've been
off.
the first game did that too, Alex.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering, what could I possibly be needing to pick up besides missiles and whatnot? Well, yes, I do need missiles, but
Whatever.
there's another mandatory thing that I need to pick up,
Audio
and
calibration. What is midnight mode?
Oh,
Mid-
rail.
That's the fucking loudness setting. Just call it loudness. Everybody knows what that means. The fucking midnight mode. Good God. Apply pre-order bonuses. I mean, yes.
What, did you actually pre-order the game?
I pre-ordered the system that the game came with. Yeah. Gameplay. I'm gonna go with spectacular, I guess, because, I don't know, the combat seemed a little bit easy last time. Playtime at default.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Game speed. The fuck would I want the game to run slower? Swing steering assist, what?
Apparently the game thinks you are unable to steer.
Turn on, off the ability for web lines to bend while walking on them. Fall damage. Okay, why would fall damage even be a thing in a Spider-Man game? Of course I want fall damage off. He's goddamn Spider-Man. Why is that an option?
I think because people want to relive the days where Spider-Man 2 let you take fall damage.
I mean, the Spider-Man 2, the GameCube, PS2, Xbox version, is a good game, but
Yep.
I'm not gonna... I don't want to take fall damage. It doesn't make any sense. He's Spider-Man. Music, streaming mode. Yeah, I might as well... I'll turn streaming mode on, because we all saw what happened when we did that with Watch Dogs.
Yep.
Filter out high resolution... Huh. Why is this an option? Some of the stuff I'm looking at, it's like this is the kind of shit that people do on their speakers on the back end.
I have to imagine how many people thought that Metroid Prime would fail just because it's a first-person Metroid game. What do you think about that, Alex?
You know what? I wouldn't have been surprised if people thought it was going to fail because of that.
And then it became one of the highest-selling Metroid games of all time.
You can... aha! You can set a button shortcut to slow the game down.
That's stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I don't have this game right now, Alex.
Control hints. Yeah, I want control hints on. Explicit puzzle hints off.
I'm
Minimap
sorry.
on. Lock minimap north. No.
I'm sorry if I sound like I'm being mean to
Oh,
you.
no.
Game.
Oh, I'm being mean to the game too. Don't worry about it.
Boom shakalaka. Got a power bomb expansion. Still, sadly, I don't get to actually power bomb somebody.
Hang on, where are control options and accessibility?
That's stupid.
Motion sensitivity.
Oh, lovely. More Chozo ghosts. Because I needed these fuckers everywhere. You want to know what's one of the most annoying things about Chozo ghosts, Alex?
What?
They can only be damaged by your power beam. They can't be damaged by anything else.
Okay.
And here's the thing. And you have to fight these guys.
Sure, I'll take a recap.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Media Blasters has just announced their first 4K UHD.
Alrighty.
How do you
Sorry
think
about
that's
that.
gonna turn out?
Probably bad because it's Media Blasters.
You know, they
I'm
were the
sorry.
people.
What topic are
You
we
know
on
they.
right now, guys?
Media
Sorry, man.
Blasters ended up doing the ended up licensing. I think they were the ones who licensed the '97 Berserk anime and to give it to NYAV Post.
Yeah, Media Blasters I kind of go back and forth on in terms of like quality because they're they're not they're not great, but sometimes they get shit that's like that only they get. But like they're like 3 years late on that Kamen Rider Blu-ray 4-pack that they announced. Like, and they've got a 4K coming for a movie called Fudo: The Next Generation, which is a movie directed by Takashi Miike, based on a manga series. And yeah, Takashi Miike also who did a bunch of pretty good films, like 13 Assassins, things like that. See, I
Wow.
actually trying to
Right as
see if I
that-
find anything in here I recognize other than that. He did the Dead or Alive movies, and no, not those. Oh, he's directed stuff for Ultraman. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Takashi Miike has been in a bunch of stuff and directed a bunch of stuff. Yes,
That's
let's
like
recap the game that was basically worthless.
Yeah, I feel like Miles Morales' game was literally glorified filler.
Love how Miles says, I kind of feel like I can't talk about me without talking about you somehow. And it's like, yeah, you kind of can't. 2 years ago.
You were bitten by a radioactive John Cena.
Ba-ba-da-bum.
Now you have the ability to turn
Bum-ba-da-bum.
invisible whenever you want.
This is the weirdest looking back to tank I've ever seen, Norman. Why does Harry look like he's been hit in the face with a shovel? Like, he doesn't... His face
Alex,
is too
you're now.
flat.
By the way, Alex, I feel like, I based on that, and I'm just imagining Jack Frost from Santa Claus 3. He's smacking Harry in the face. He's like, "You just hit me with a shovel?" I know that movie is shit, but come on. Gotta find some redeeming quality in bad Tim Allen movies.
Why is Norman Osborn Venom?
Why is Norman Osborn and why does Norman Osborn exist? It is one of life's many questions.
I mean, I
Like
know
who
that
are
in the Ultimate Comics, Norman Osborn created Venom, but, like, he wasn't Venom, you know?
So Donald Trump becomes Venom in this universe.
We're going to build a wall, and we're going to make that goddamn Spider-Man pay for it. Good morning, class! Okay, I've been to... Peter, you need to grow your hair out. You look really weird. This is PS5, and the models still look like shit. Miles?
Yep.
Miles, why is Miles in a class that Peter is teaching?
So, Alex, I think I
Yeah?
can already say I can already safely say that the game I'm playing is better.
How long was it until you got to gameplay?
Literally after the first cutscene.
Because the first thing this game gave me was a fucking options menu.
It didn't. This game's option menu is strictly on the main menu screen, or
Eh.
on the title screen.
Oh, there's sand flying through the air. I wonder who this could be.
Oh God, it's Thomas Hayden Church. He's here to tell us that we should take his somehow humanoid daughter to the prom.
Listen. What? Why?
Like,
Are there actually deaf students in this class? Because usually, hey, we don't have interpreters in college classes like that.
yeah. By the way, hey Alex, I'm sure you saw that clip once. You
The
get to
one,
play as the deaf girl.
yeah, that I definitely wanted that out of a game called Spider-Man 2.
And his not so amazing friends.
Okay, so we have all this bullshit about how all the new tech that we have under the hood, and yet you can't show them changing out of their fucking... And yes, thank you, game. I'm not gonna release R2 to swing. Oh, it is a high school class, yeah. So...
Oh, lovely boost ball.
Why can't I... Hang on,
Hi, Gizmo.
why
Sorry
can't
about
Peter
that.
do...
I had to set up my stream, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's
It's
fine.
all
I had to
right.
set up my stream, too. So, I've just been complaining at no end about how, the, bullshit that this game has made me go through.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's Mary Jane Watson, who, is far less attractive than the actress who plays her.
Oh, speaking of,
Why?
breaking news. Game journals are saying if you don't like the inclusive language, gaming is not for you.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
yeah.
Motherfucker, certain games just aren't for you.
You know,
Yeah.
this,
You
this
know,
is all I got.
I'm not going to, like...
yeah.
Oh God, I hate these kinds of puzzles.
Here's what's funny though.
Hey,
here's why
just
I say this,
walking down the bridge here, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
One of the reasons I bring this up is because there was, I think, a Spanish YouTuber. I don't know the ethnicity, but I'm just gonna say a Spanish-speaking YouTuber. He started playing Spider-Man 2, and he realized there was inclusive language. You know, Latinx, that kind of thing. So what he did was he tried to get
Okay,
rid of the
game.
get rid of the language.
Game. Game. What are you doing to me, game?
So what I think what happened was, from what I
thought
remember, he went to the options menu to
they
try and
keep
get rid of
saying
it, and people got pissed off at him.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Okay,
this game included falling damage for some reason, and I turned that off because I'm Spider-Man, and fuck you, falling damage.
You turn it off, you're a pussy.
No, I'm Spider-Man though.
You're so human.
Yeah, and he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Shit.
Like
forgot
he's
what I was gonna say
superhuman.
already.
I hate
Thank
this
you.
part.
Throw a superhuman off of the Empire State Building, he's gonna feel it.
No, like literally, I used to climb up to the top of various buildings in the in previous Spider-Man games and jump off. And most of them I was all right in. Now, calling Peter and Miles Spider-Man, this is not helpful. Spider-Man, that arm looks dangerous. Oh, which Spider-Man are you talking about? Because I can't tell because I have the volume turned down. God forbid I actually was deaf.
It's almost as if Miles isn't Spider-Man.
Well, they're not even saying which... okay. I was gonna say... Like... Okay, so... Miles's face appears on screen when he's speaking, but that doesn't help when him and Peter are speaking close together. Why does
Isn't there
Flint
like a-
Marco have moobs? He's made of sand. That was
Are you
not.
sure? Are you sure those weren't just his pecs?
Because
You know, it
people
could
who
be.
are
He's.
because people being safe is offensive.
And now,
Alex.
all of a sudden, it became Uncharted.
Don't you know it's a Sony game?
Peter
Alex.
Parker doesn't have a. You know, Peter Parker doesn't have a degree in physics. He's a fucking chemist.
But he does dabble. He's good
Yeah,
at
but-
science in general.
They're using him to. Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not supposed to get caught up on the world geometry.
He's good at geometry.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't-
I remember.
No, the
Gizmo.
world geometry. What happened to your spider sense, Petey? And now
Gizmo,
now Sandman is
for-
just spawning a bunch of goons. Hey, you know what would be nice? If I could use the if I could use you know, those hollow drones that Miles had in the previous game.
Oh, thank God.
He's not here right now.
Sadly.
God is
So,
dead.
guys.
God is dead, and
No.
Hang on.
Samus. You are a morph ball.
God is dead, and Kevin Sorbo killed him.
I thought Kevin Sorbo was Hercules.
Yes,
Which one?
the TV
Uh,
show.
TV show and
Gotta
God
be a
of
bit more
War.
specific than
And
that.
also, what the fuck?
I
Yeah,
actually,
Yeah, so, of course I want to
I actually
exit photo
chat-
mode.
I actually
There's two
chatted with
Hercules
Kevin.
shows on TV.
I actually chatted with Kevin Sorbo
Oh,
at
God Damn it.
at the con
Peter.
I met him at, and asked him about the whole thing with God of War. I was like,
Peter,
"Oh, so how did you get the role? So how were
Where
you
did-
approached about playing Hercules?"
Peter, where
in
the
God
hell
of
was
War
that?
3?"
why
he
do I have
responded-
the iron spider arms all of a sudden?
He was actually very cordial with me in Gizmo. He was like, oh, he was like, oh, my agent just told me this would be told me it would be an interesting idea, and he was like, okay, and I'm like,
Hey,
kind
I'd
of-
do something like that. What the? They fucked up the UI.
because of course they did. Meanwhile, the UI in this game looks fine.
It's fine.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Gizmo. It's just I'm playing Metroid Prime Remastered, and
I'm playing Spider-Man 2. And if-
let's just say,
One of us
Sadly,
is playing
Mike-
a better game.
yep, and
Yeah.
that would be sadly me, because my game A doesn't need in some stupid
Flint. Flint, why do you have that yee ass haircut?
what it
I mean, you might be
I
able to
guess you gotta
see
get
your
a haircut.
daughter if you change that yee ass haircut.
Maybe get some bitches on his dick.
Hang on. Where the hell does Sandman be? Peter, can you pull out your Peter? Do you
Can
mind?
you pull out your Peter?
Peter,
Can you pull out your Peter?
Peter. Thank you, Miles. Peter, can you pull out your fucking iron spider limbs? That'd be great. Okay, and now I'm playing as Miles.
because of course you are.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Hmm.
by the way,
Okay, so we're basically
ahead-
recreating the end of Spider-Man 3 here.
So skipping ahead a bit in the news, Wendy Lee is back as Yoruichi Shihoin.
Yeah, and she
Nice.
BTFO'd a bunch of stupid bitches over on Twitter.
Yep.
What
We're
does
both-
BFO stand for?
Back the fuck off. Blown the fuck out. No, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Depends.
R1, shoot webs.
basically-
Thank you, game.
She basically was quite based.
Yeah, and she's thankfully going to be going back to re-record her Yoruichi's lines for the rest of the series as well. Or at least
Well,
the ones that
actually,
were...
in episode 9, because that was the only other time Yoruichi appeared in Core 2 of Thousand Year Blood War.
Well, yeah, Thousand Year Blood War. All of the Thousand Year Blood War her lines for Yoruichi are being re-recorded. The ones that were done by what's her fucking
An Iris
Re-
Kinanes.
Iris Kinanen. Yeah, that one.
You mean
Miles.
recorded.
And it's interesting, like, even if there is
Boy,
a
you know what'd be
noticeable
nice is if I was
difference,
playing this.
it's even if it is still a noticeable,
When did
even
this
if
turn
it
into
is,
God of War?
even if it was kind of noticeably different in the following episode, it's like, okay, yeah,
Maybe we could
it
just
was definitely
look.
nice to
What?
hear Wendy Lee again as Yoruichi.
Why did you tell him?
Like, she brings a lot to the character, or that
Okay,
some
so,
people don't
well,
realize.
Oh, so bring me up to speed. What was already talked about?
not a whole lot. We were just
mean,
talking about
aside from
that and the Spider-Man game, and about how that was like what you were here for.
Oh, well, okay. Because I did put a lot in here when Kevin did say he's skipping ahead,
Yeah.
but I thought he skipped a bunch of news.
Okay, hold on.
Like for example, Simpsons Hit and Run is getting a sequel.
Is it? That's nice
Yep,
to hear.
plans have been confirmed for a sequel. Oh shit! What is this? Okay, go away.
And for some reason, OBS isn't capturing audio. My audio input capture.
Yeah, apparently EA still owns the IP for the Simpsons Hit and Run, and
Huh.
it's been confirmed.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
we're
EA and Disney have a relationship for some reason, so. Which Spider-Man? Which Spider-Man? Who's saying this? What? That's not the button I pushed.
Ay,
Gizmo,
Why is
did
the
you
game
ever
playing with
see that
itself?
AI cover? Gizmo, did you ever see my AI cover of Oogie Boogie singing a Shaggy song?
Oh
no.
yeah, I was talking about how Media Blasters
Mr.
announced their first
Bombastic.
4K disc, and how it's probably not going to wind up being all that great.
Might want to DM me that.
I'll send you a link. Hold on.
Oh, it's a
I think I already
live-action movie
no,
based
wait,
on a
I
manga.
posted it already.
Did you? Oh, hold on.
Gizmo.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
I posted it already in shameless plug. I forgot. Don't play it though if you're like if your speakers are gonna pick up the song though,
crap.
don't play it.
Let's play.
Okay,
My speakers
I don't want
my mic shouldn't be picking up anything from the speakers. For some reason, the computer just was able to pick
well,
up
I'm saying
audio.
if it
Period.
does. It happened before. I don't know if it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
In other
this
news,
is not.
Twitch is,
You know, this
Twitch
is just not how I picture Sandman. You know, my expectations have been subverted.
Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to be without audio for a while because OBS is such a reliable program, Alex.
Well, you know, at least it's free, unlike some software. And hey, Streamlabs OBS steals your data. So.
In other news, Twitch is removing multi-streaming rules to open creators up to more platforms.
Okay, that really doesn't do anything to me because I was already multi-streaming, and but I guess this is good for Twitch partners.
Right, but
And
yeah,
I'm
I was
trying
gonna
to
say
minimize social media exposure as much as possible.
yeah, it's good for like the people who are like getting up there or are already up there and want to spread their awareness around more, because it was kind of unfair that Twitch
Yeah.
has got this iron grip on the people partnered up or just not really partnered up but are using their platform like that.
Yeah, which is funny because Twitch actually Twitch still has options to re-upload your content and elsewhere, or to like YouTube, for instance. Press X to continue. Why can't I just deadlift this? I'm one of the Spider-Men. By the
Jesus,
way,
I'm feeling
Kevin,
a
guess
little
what my
hot.
title for this stream is?
What is the title for your stream?
Spooderman.
Spectacular Spider Memes 2. Bully Lowenthal's Exaggerated Swagventures.
Oh God.
Mouthful. I like that though.
You forgot to add in Electric Boogaloo and featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't think Ruben
Down on
Langdon
the
is in
streets
this
and
game.
island.
You know he does voice extras in a number of games. He voiced extras in The Last of Us.
Yeah,
Speaking of,
he should have been in the Last of Us show. Oh, but yeah, it was really distracting when I saw that they had both Troy Baker and what's her name, him who played Ellie, and it is like
Ashley
okay,
Johnson.
Ashley Johnson, yeah, because they had both Ellie and Joel in that show. On a, it was like I still haven't played that game, but I know their faces because I've seen that box everywhere.
well, speaking of Spider-Man games, someone released a facts about the production of Acclaim's Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge
Oh
on
yeah,
Super
I saw that.
Nintendo.
That's a neat little piece of information.
And it's something. It's kind of hilarious too because it shows how batshit insane the games back in the day were in terms of production.
Ow,
Because you think today is
Flint,
crazy with all the
I'm trying to be
pronouns and the
sympathetic with
sexual
you.
people are. You think today is crazy with all the pronouns and the sexual harassment allegations? No, they're practically yelling at you on and by facts.
You
With
know,
caps lock
yelling
and
at you by
everything.
fax is almost better than being yelled at in person, and because you know what I can do with a fax? It's kind of illegal to do that to people.
Yeah.
Just to give you a taste, this is the first page. We still have a number of problems,
Okay.
and I think we will still find more for a little while to come yet, as you will soon find out. Most of the problems are in Mike's levels. Well, I honestly think that Kevin and Steve have done wonderful work in an unbelievable amount of time. In fact, I believe that they have saved the game. I don't think it makes sense that they wasted their time fixing problems in Mike's code. That Mike could fix much faster. I hope Mike is already back in Manchester as you're reading this, and we still need to hear from Richard. Number one, sound problem. We are sending a version to Nintendo by modem to look for any sound problems. I'll let you know when they find.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Five,
brief I'm
please
just
keep
gonna brief
sending a cheat and a no cheat version from now on. Spider-Man intro level. Number
Hey
seven, now
Damon.
that you adjusted the speed, you should give the player the option to scroll right through the text.
Okay, I'm gonna close OBS and start up a new stream because this is getting annoying.
Okay, you might want to. You know what we could have had? A scene of us explaining this.
So I will be right back.
Why did we...
This is all in caps.
Yeah. Daybreak Fan 1996 says, Yuri, gonna throw some dirt in your eye. Or water in this case.
You're such a Boy Scout, Parker. When are you gonna give a guy a break?
Oh, would you look at that?
You want forgiveness?
Hey, if you
Get
want
religion.
forgiveness, go get religion. Go ask Jesus to kill me. I'm sure he'll answer.
I sent you audio, Alex. At least I'm going to.
Kevin Edwards, one of the developers of Spider-Man X-Men, he has
You completely
the
fucked up the cinematography there, guys.
the second part
I
of the when he shows the second part of the facts, he says in his own words,
can't
most of this
criticize
facts is
AI
in caps
quickly.
too. Perhaps they were shouting at us.
Alex,
All right, I'm back.
photography, what?
I'm gonna I'm gonna link you to the new stream in that.
Uh,
Oh, sorry about that. Again, OBS is just so good.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a Metley Crew stream if we didn't have technical difficulties.
I swear that.
Here's one of the errors that they have to deal with. Cyclops' real name is Scott Summers, not Scott Saunders, like you have on the bio screen. Please change. All caps, yet again.
Yeah.
This is one of the
It's funnier
problems
when you
that exists with having to put stuff together remotely like that. And because if they were in the same room with these people, they could be making these corrections like on the fly. God damn it. You just had to give you just had to have a fucking reason, fucking make up an excuse for goddamn Sandman to have minions, even though he's usually a solo act. Because we have to work that into the game somehow.
Bring me a dream.
Dream. I'm
Make
gonna say
him the
that, oh, but
cutest
that's
that
we
I'd
are.
ever seen.
No, actually, Gizmo's never had Gizmo, you never got a chance to say the thing yet, did you?
The thing?
Oh, what a Metley Crew we are.
Yeah, you never actually said. Did you actually say that?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
I
did when
did.
we
No,
started
I
up
did.
earlier.
Alex did. Kevin did. You didn't yet.
That's my choice.
Yeah. He doesn't have to say it if he doesn't want
Ah,
to.
damn it, Peter!
I always thought that was Alex's thing.
Yeah, it was mine and Alex's thing, so okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
get
mean,
your
you can
stream
say it
on.
if you want.
Okay, hello, what a fucking Metley Crew we fucking are.
What are you, the angry video game nerd?
What's up, bitch? You should have done the Silent Rob thing, Gizmo, actually.
Motherfuckers!
Why is Miles turning into Thor?
What's up, bitches? This is Silent Rob taking a shit in your cereal. Because you got bad taste in cereal.
I don't.
I get the very distinct impression that
What's up, bitches? This is Silent Rob
So-
pissing in your coffee.
That Gizmo is retarded. Yeah, he's mentally retarded, but so am I.
Oh.
and as am
Oh,
I.
you're just gonna pause the game. You're just gonna pause the game when I put down the controller like that. Is there no way for me to have lost that QTE? Because
Okay.
if not,
we're all retards.
Oh, you mean like
Hey.
you mean like how the Avengers won't ever let you lose a QuickTime event?
What?
Avengers actually does let you lose QuickTime events on like the
No,
highest
no, it
difficulty.
doesn't.
I thought it did on
Yeah.
the highest difficulty.
I'm like, what is the point of QTEs if you can never fail them?
Okay, so why does Sandman? I haven't been okay for a long time. Why does he have a bomber jacket on top of his iconic striped shirt? Like the bomber jacket, he's never worn a bomber jacket that I remember.
I know the Hydro Man wore a bomber jacket.
Yeah, Hydro Man wears a bomber jacket. Sandman isn't the one who wears a fucking bomber jacket. Like, you can't see... I couldn't even see the stripes on his shirt. Actually, hang on, yeah. So, Spider-Man 3, the game for, like, the PS3 and Wii, had the stripes on Sandman. 6 months ago, Solid Snake was in the jungle. It's actually Kraven the Hunter. With yet another yee-ass haircut. Why?
By the way, Alex.
Yeah?
You want to know something interesting?
Yeah?
Remember when people mistakenly assumed that Shocker's voice actor from the Spider-Man and from the Spider-Man game based on the movie was,
You gotta be a bit more specific
gonna be in the
than that.
game?
Yeah.
The actor from the game based on the movie.
Yeah,
in Gizmo.
again, you gotta be a bit more
Okay,
specific than that.
okay, so we have
Michael,
actual
I
Kraven.
think his
Spider-Man
name is
2.
Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
Because, we had Dwight Schultz in the first game. Dwight Schultz having voiced Vulture.
I
wish I
hope
was-
this is a
So-
warm enough welcome for you, insect.
So why does this... Quick question. Why does this guy have an emo fringe over just one eye?
Let's just sit... Now, Alex, some people were actually looking forward to Michael Bialotti be returning as Shocker, just because they actually liked him in Spider-Man 1, the video game.
Okay.
He's a good shocker.
Just
Shocker!
say that was woefully inaccurate.
Black Cat, Prowler, Wraith, Tombstone, Sandman, Vulture,
Wait, ambush him.
somebody else, and then they cut away before I can read any more of it.
Because, well, you
Noah,
mentioned Craven, right, Alex?
Yes, Craven is right here.
I fear it. Unfortunately, I have been told that Shocker got off-screen to death
What?
Yay.
by Craven.
Yay.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Shocker is a really underutilized villain to begin with. I don't know why I don't know why
Sadly,
anybody
now
thought
Yuri
of it.
Lowenthal will never get to say, "Get back here, Shocker!"
They should have. That's one of the most iconic moments in Spider-Man history, and they should have had it in this game. I'm not saying that
right?
everything has to reference everything like that, but it would have been neat if we could have had a like a mission of Bully Lowenthal hunting down the Shocker.
Yeah, so I was talking with some people on Spence and Sharpest Snipers Discord server.
Peter, you don't need the
and Spence was like
spider arms for this.
is like, oh, is like, yeah, was like talking about Shocker, and I'm like, okay, just tell me. I'm not gonna probably be able to get the game for a while, so just tell me anyway. And wouldn't you know it, that was the thing they told me about, and I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
So, in other news, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 has not increased the native resolution of Metal Gear Solid, the original Metal Gear Solid, at all. It's still running in like 240p. Yes. Thank you, game. I know how to point launch! You can read my fucking save files if you want. But yeah, so Metal Gear Solid, on the Master Collection, and is just a shitty port, shitty emulation or direct port of the version and that already existed. They didn't go to the PC version that they released on GOG not that long ago, but to increase the resolution or, you know, pack out some of the pick out some of the shit from the archives, you know. So it,
like any sane, rational person would.
yeah, like this is a pretty big deal here, guys. Like, it seems like I kind of feel like we ought to be working on this a little bit harder. This is one of the greatest games ever made. And granted, I'm gonna get it for the Switch because I like the novelty of having things that used to come on multiple CDs for the Switch.
Well, Alex, here's the thing. I'm probably going to wait. I'm just gonna probably wait till I go to a con to find Twin Snakes on GameCube.
Yeah.
I have
well,
it. It's worth it.
I'm gonna when time comes, I'm gonna like emulate Twin Snakes and play but I'm gonna play a heavily modded version of the PC version of the original Metal Gear Solid because, well, it's gonna be an easier time to capture for me.
Just so you know, Meryl's codec is 140.15.
Yes, and it is going to be printed on the back of the box, I believe.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that unless you actually get a complete inbox.
That just seems kind of random.
No, I mean,
I think that was a way for people to actually buy it legally instead of just pirating it because.
Well, the game will also just put it in there if you bug what's her name about it enough.
Who?
Or actually, I can't remember. No, it's not Mei Ling. I think it's the scientist girl. Well,
Naomi.
Naomi, yeah. I think if you bug, it's either Naomi or Otacon enough, they'll just tell you the number.
Right, but you wouldn't know that unless you actually do that. So most people wouldn't really unless they're bored.
Now I'm going to have to pilot the fucking drone.
And
why is there a button? Why is there a button that turns this game into Superman 64? Why was that button allowed to exist?
There's no time to waste.
So Gizmo, I think I remember telling you
Guys,
and
I'm
the others
regretting.
about
I'm regretting my decision.
about the time I met George Newbern at Kineticon. And on and I told him about that fan art I saw of Sephiroth opening up his jacket. It to reveal the Krypton, the House of L symbol.
The fuck?
Mhm.
And you want to know what George Newbern
Mhm.
said? And when I told him about that fan art,
Huh?
he's like, "This looks like a job for Sephiroth."
That's actually pretty good.
I know. I should have recorded that. That was a missed opportunity on my
Oh
part.
man, so I was at a Halloween party a couple of weeks back, and I don't know if I remember to tell you guys about this at the time, but I got to meet all of the Oompa Loompas.
All of them.
All of them, yes, because they're all yes, because all of the ones that were in the Tim Burton film were played by the same guy, and I got to meet him.
Deep Row.
Oh, that's what you're talking
Yes,
about.
Deep Roy, I believe, if it's how it's
Deep
pronounced,
Roy?
but
All of them.
yes.
I thought you were talking about the original Oompa Loompas.
No, I just got to meet Deep Roy.
The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So each hero has a unique skill tree. You navigate to Peter's skill tree. Okay, so I gotta go here.
So a while
Spider
ago,
Whiplash.
speaking of being retarded, looks like the Capcom Fighting Collection has gave us an update. That's not really an update.
What
You
it?
remember for those? How many of you have played Puzzle Fighter?
I haven't.
I've played it briefly. I emulated it back in the day.
So if you played Puzzle Fighter, not the puzzle fighting game, like not the puzzle fighting game, like the Chibi fighting game where you play as Chibi Street Fighter characters. There's an ending where for Dan that if you win, he finds a letter from Sakura saying all your moves look retarded in addition to being completely useless in a fight, which is pretty funny,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
But in the Capcom Fighting Game
Oh,
collection,
yeah. Okay, hang on. Actually, before I forget, so I'm just gonna bring this up. So yeah, at that Halloween party, I was telling you about where I got to meet all of the Oompa Loompas and also
right.
you know, I also sorry, I'm mesmerized by the stupidity of the Iron Spider limbs and how clunkily they were introduced to the game. So anyways, yeah, so
At the very least, with
yeah.
the MCU movie suit with the Iron Spider, there was at least a reason.
Yeah. So I met a guy who was dressed as Jesus, and we were pals for most of the party. And I also met a guy who was dressed as the Pope, and I was dressed as Solid Snake. And I walked up. Yeah, Solid Snake is the costume that I've got like most. It's really complete. I've got all kinds of shit for it, so I just use it year after year because it's probably my highest effort costume I've ever made. And I walked up to the guy who was dressed as the Pope, and I said, "Forgive me, Father, for I have snaked." And I was kicking myself for not recording that.
Well, now it's recorded.
Stupid.
Oh, that
And
sounds hilarious.
like people, just about everybody who was within earshot cracked up.
Of course they would.
You have
What happened
acquired
to
the
Pope
upshot. Oh, he cracked up. Web grabber.
Forgive me,
Well,
Father, for I
those
have
enthrowables from the environment, crashing them into enemies. Why?
It's so stupid it works.
I'm not Batman! I don't want to be Batman! I want to be Spider-Man, damn it!
No.
Alex, don't you know you're gonna eventually have to play the Arkham games?
Oh, I'm
Hey,
aware.
I'd rather be
I
Spider-Man
have
than
them.
Batman. I'd rather be Spider-Man than Batman because at least more than half of Spider-Man's girlfriends don't want to kill him. Or
Well, I
leave him to die.
mean, Talia wants to date rape you, and Catwoman is Catwoman.
Yeah, and apparently
And poison.
Catwoman in this game, decided that
Is
yeah,
Toad's bi now.
well, she
That's
decided
also,
that because she couldn't get any of that spider dick, she wanted to get some clam in instead.
there is a fanfic where Spider-Man gets transported to the DCAU universe, the animated
Dude,
universe.
you need to link me to that because that sound. While
Yeah,
I
that sounds
appreciate the
cool.
knockback, for the for the for the spinning, it's kind of absurd because some of these guys should be coming in on me. Actually, can I adjust the difficulty? Can I make the game harder?
Why would you want that? You're playing on the hardest difficulty that they have.
Well, not
That's
only well, here's the thing.
this
I'm not
is
done. I'm not done though. He joined not only is on retainer by he's not only is Justice League keeping him on retainer, he's also living with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, trying to convert them to the good side.
hey buddy.
Why those two?
Well, for one, they're an iconic duo. Oh, and he also tried getting Livewire to the good side, which he successfully does.
Does he
Okay.
is he doing these conversions with his dick?
You know what? It's actually hinted at when they eventually meet the future Justice League from the Justice League Unlimited episode. Because, Dee Dee and Dee Dee,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Harley had to fuck someone in that show, right? They never mentioned the father. Here, on the other hand, the moment they see Spider-Man, they mention how young his daddy looks.
Okay.
Yeah, that gives you an idea. Oh, and
That is-
Moreland starts beating some ass in Gotham.
This is why they gave Miles his own name in Spider-Man and Spidey and His Amazing Friends and some of the comics, because charge jump.
I summon.
Okay.
But,
I summon.
is it alright if I read the rest, or you got more to?
Oh yeah, go.
about the
No.
Moreland?
Oh, so I don't have any other stories, but yeah. So I noticed. So yeah, we were talking about something that Sakura says to Dan Hibiki in Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, at first in the original translation, Sakura says that
Yeah.
Dan's. I'm paraphrasing here.
He talks like a homo and his shit's all retarded.
Yes. Well, no. Well, actually, all your moves look retarded to addition to being completely useless in a fight.
Yeah.
And they changed it to all your moves look stupid in addition to being completely useless in a fight.
Yeah, so it's important to note neither of these translations are accurate because
They're not.
in the original Japanese version, which they would have if they'd have just done an accurate translation the first time, and they wouldn't have had to change it this time. In the original Japanese version, she said that he looked stupid and he needed to stop fighting, I think. But is that generally accurate to
Generally accurate, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, he looked. Yeah, basically he just looked fucking dumb. And he had to, go home and be a family man.
But Guile's not here to tell him that.
Sakura's gonna have to tell him for him. It's with great power comes great responsibility, and everybody who's near Dan Hibiki has the responsibility to tell him that he needs to stop.
And to be a little more accurate, Sakura calls Dan's moves uncool.
Yeah, uncool. Yeah, he looks uncool and he's stupid, and that's basically
that doesn't sound like something that Sakura would say, considering they're good friends.
Well, I get
that was
but
Puzzle Fighter, so Puzzle Fighter is a goofy Gaiden game. It's not supposed to be taken seriously.
It's more of a joke side game.
Okay, I see.
I
was just making sure because
it's sort of like
now I have to play Spider-Man 64 again.
It's sort of
Up,
like if, say, there was a shitty Injustice game, and Superman
God
says,
damn it!
"Your," and Superman says to Batman at Batman's ending, "Your gadgets are stupid. And you should stop spending your money on all these stupid shit, rich boy." It's sort of like that. Superman's not going to say that, whether
Oh
he be
boy, I
Injustice
think this bat might have more dollars than sense if you catch my drift.
Yeah, he wouldn't say something like that, whether Injustice or normal version of Superman. But it's supposed to be funny. It's not canon, and it's supposed to be a side game. That's why people give it a pass. This, on the other hand, I don't know what I should feel about this because it's already funny enough that
Where did all
Sakura's
the
calling
fun
his
tricks
moves
go?
retarded and stupid, and he should stop fighting. But now that they're trying to dumb it down to saying that he looks stupid, and then I'm hearing now he's supposed to say his moves look uncool. I mean,
Yeah.
her saying that he looks retarded is a lot funnier. Come on now, saying that it's uncool. I feel like she wouldn't really say it like that.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I think some people should stay. I think certain people should
Uh,
stay away from the OG Final Fantasy VII in that case,
the hell?
because remember what Tifa says to Barrett as they're climbing up the stairs.
What he
Stop
calls it?
stop being a retard, motherfucker.
Something like that.
Tifa
Yes.
calls Barrett a.
No, she calls. No, she did. This basically, he says, "Stop being retard. Or
Barrett,
stop acting like a retard," and
Barrett, you better stop acting like a retard or I'm going to say the N-word.
and you
Barrett,
want to know. You want to
Barrett,
know
stop
what
acting like that. I won't feed you any watermelon.
You want to know what Pro Jared ended up saying when he got to that point streaming the game?
Uh,
He said, "Oh, great! Now we got to cancel Tifa."
hey, she's already been canceled enough. I mean, it wasn't. I
She
mean,
is an Italian icon after
yes, I
all.
was gonna say she already made a mess
Yeah,
of the Italian
she had
parliament.
to be. She had to have a restraining order. She and Cloud had to have a restraining order taken out on them after they got caught fucking in Italian parliament.
I still want to know what hole that was going in.
Listen,
And don't forget, Maximilian Dude has stared quite a bit at the Jack Opo statue of Tifa.
Oh my god, those look so good. Speaking of old games, Analog is making an N64 system.
yes, there have been some breakthroughs recently with N64 emulation on field programmable chips, FPGAs, and that has led to the Mister system getting. Wow, you couldn't have made that ragdoll not look all fucked up.
Alex, Ragdoll always looks fucked up.
Okay, game. You know what would be appreciated again. There we go. So
Let me
yeah,
guess, it started working.
yes. So yeah, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, there's been some advances in the sector of field programmable chips (FPGAs) that have led to the Mister thing becoming. That was a waste of a spider drone. That have led to the Mister thing becoming a able to run an N64 games. And so Analog has apparently been working on this as well, and they're coming out with a N64 clone system, probably the first of its kind, that's going to be able to play real N64 cartridges with hardware emulation, not software emulation, hardware emulation, which is part of the FPGA chipset. And like FPGAs are basically programmable chips that you can use to emulate all kinds of stuff, which is why stuff like the Mister exists, which is a multi emulation box, and then they have stuff like the Retro Tank, which is like the best 4K upscaler, well, the best HDMI upscaler on the market. And it's quite expensive, but it's worth it. Unfortunately,
But,
I don't have one because they went out of stock right around the time I was trying to get one, but I'll get one eventually. But they've got that
this,
4K coming out soon, so that's gonna be neat.
This new system, though, it's not emulation. Then they're just
It
playing
is
directly from the
emulation, but it is like it's hardware emulation. So they're programming chips to be able to run the hardware of the N64. Or it's basically
And
cloning because the way the N64 and all systems basically work is that they basically. Oh, hi Sandman, welcome back. They basically have a set of instructions on their chips. Hang on, I gotta pause the game to take a drink. They have a set of instructions programmed onto each of the chips, and you basically clone the information that's on those chips onto new chips and run it that way. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of options. You can update it so that it'll have better emulation over time. Like, this thing is my fucking dream system because I love the N64. And to have something that has, like, a native HDMI with 4K out, well, even if it is upscaled, it's gonna be fucking neat.
Okay, so Alex, I have to ask, will you be playing the Superman of 64s on that?
You know, unfortunately, Superman 64 was not something that got destroyed when the pipe broke in the bathroom, so unfortunately, yes, I will be. Yeah.
Is it bad that I could actually imitate Mark Hamill's Joker laugh? To some extent.
Yeah, okay, you know what I could do without, game? I could do without you.
No.
MJ, why are you telling me? Call your husband!
Your real husband. Not Paul.
Now, Paul is not her husband. They are not married.
Good.
And Miles,
Oh.
it's Miles' turn to get his ass kicked by the Sandman.
Sandman be all
Next
like...
satellite.
Sandman be all like, I am...
Take
Roar, I am the Sandman. I am going to eat you.
We're off to Never, Neverland. Something's wrong, shut the light. Heavy thoughts tonight. And they on a Snow White. Why would they be? Anyways, that movie is shit. Well, the new movie is shit. The original is good. Although, well, it is kind of fucked up in places.
Well, speaking of fucked up, how many? Oh, wow, fuck you.
What happened?
What now?
Oh, GameSpot was down for a moment there. But yeah, speaking of fucked up, EA's boss explains why AI will be good for gaming.
Okay, I mean, we know why AI could possibly be good for gaming. Training things inside the game to react to how the player works. Actually react to how the player works. Like, that'd be neat.
Yeah, but I think it should depend on what game you're talking about.
Well, I'm thinking in terms of, like, Alien. Like, rather than simulating having the alien, like, learn and adapt to your play style, you could actually have the alien learn and adapt to the play style. Well, that way, and like this, like, machine learning for like computer, for like NPCs and stuff like that would be really neat, because then you could have the characters, like, interact with each other more, and you could change more shit as the game goes on. And if the game becomes more reactive to player choice, that can only be a good thing. It's like procedurally generating a whole new storyline, hypothetically, based on the inputs of the writers. Like, this is the kind of thing that'll mean that, like, player choice will actually have a meaning, potentially, because you can train AI, like, in the game, and, like, you can train in the NPCs to do things. You can train in like the game to like dynamically react to the player's choices and actions. Like you can just have scenarios in the game, and this is something that roguelike developers have been working on for a long time. I mean, you can have a scenario in the game that, you know, you could have dodged that, right? Just like I dodged that. I remember when holding
Miles,
triangle used to make them lose their weapons. Now it just
Miles
pulls
be
them
like,
towards me.
Miles is like, you can dodge?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I kind of think that AI would probably be put like reactive learning thing, I suppose. Those would be more
I feel like if
would
they're
be
not careful, though,
in pretty good use in
I feel like if they're
games.
not careful, though, the game will be unbearable, and despite how much quality the game has. Like,
Oh,
for
it's
all we
J.
know,
Jonah Jameson.
Voiced once again by Darren DePaul.
like, think of it like this. Let's say you're playing a fighting game and you're playing easy mode, right? And it's just a kid.
Yeah.
Let's say like an 8-year-old, right? And he loves fighting games despite him, not knowing like how to throw a special move or a combo, right?
Yeah.
Let's say the AI is on the game. That kid's gonna get his ass whooped the moment he gets to a higher level in the easy
Yeah,
mode.
I'm not saying like you should be doing that's rubber banding. Rubber banding is really bad for difficulty. I mean, like some games can do rubber banding all right. Like Resident Evil 4 has some decent rubber banding in it because like the game and Left 4 Dead 2, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 have some decent rubber banding because the games will like the games kind of try to do their best to challenge you, but also give you enough resources to barely make it through. So that's nice. At the same time, some games have really annoying rubber banding, and fighting games should never have that kind of rubber banding in it. And like you should,
Mario
at
Kart.
the very most, the kind of thing that you need in a game like that is like adjustable AI difficulty. That's adjustable by the users, you know?
Yep.
I still think
Like
it's
how,
really iffy though. It's
well, yeah, but
really iffy. It's
I'm not
not
talking about
careful.
reactive difficulty. Reactive difficulty is, you know, it's kind of shit.
I mean, it's already getting a bad rap when it comes to AI art and GPT. I mean, I feel like anything could go wrong if added to a video game. We already got the regular CPU stuff,
Well, yeah.
CPU players and
See,
shit like that.
I'm thinking about like what this could be used for in terms of like if you had like a 2D RPG where or like you can have the players. Why are you subtitling? Why are you subtitling this shit if they're gonna be speaking these things aloud anyways? I mean,
You mean?
the motion capture on this is so bad. I wonder who they had doing the mocap for Genki.
I thought it was pronounced Genki.
Genki, yeah.
Professor
I wonder who
Genki?
they've got doing the mocap for Genki because it's like it looks like somebody who's much smaller than his model is in real life. She can't see you. Why are you still signing? Let's watch those lips sync. Although I am a little bit out of sync myself. Okay. Okay. Peter, you know what you might want to. Now I know I selected 60 FPS mode, but like this is the PS5 and
My game doesn't need an FPS mode. It literally runs
eh.
at 60 frames by default.
But like I'm looking at this shit, like some of these textures look really bad.
Speaking
like
of
it's one
Disney,
of yeah, go ahead.
speaking of Disney, Warwick Davis calls out Disney Plus for deleting the Willow series.
Wow.
The actor had some not so subtle words of criticism for the streaming giant.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you put the amount of effort that he had to into that show, even though that show was terrible, well, you'd be mad about it being deleted too.
Right. There's some hardcore Willow fans out there that were into this too.
Like, say what you will about it, it wasn't Rings of Power.
No, it could have
I
been
mean,
worse, but
they didn't like. Let's be frank here. Mad Mardigan was my favorite character, or from the original movie, and I was. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Val Kilmer wasn't in that movie. Wasn't in that show, rather. I mean, granted, I can't necessarily blame
can't
him
really blame him. Yeah.
because he's not in the best shape right now. Oh,
No,
but
no.
like I kind of feel like it's
His
what am
role
I
in Top
taking a
Gun
picture
Maverick
for?
was pretty funny too.
Yeah, I like that.
Who's the best pilot?
Yeah,
Let's just
but
enjoy the
yeah.
moment while we have
And
it.
they actually used Reese Beecher to recreate his voice because he had throat cancer and
Yeah.
couldn't do
still
the
does.
lines. Well, no, he doesn't have throat cancer anymore, or I don't
No?
think.
Oh, thank
No,
God.
but they had to do like a really aggressive surgery on him. You've earned
wanna know
enough
what-
district
Okay,
progress
this is
to
You
earn
want to know what
district
Warwick
progress.
said?
What did he
I
say?
met lovely people on a daily basis who are fans of Willow, who are the reason the Disney Plus series was made. Please tell me, what do I say to these subscribers when they ask why they can't watch the series anymore? He ended the post with an hashtag embarrassing.
Yeah,
And let's see. And Disney responds in the process of reviewing the content on our DTC service to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content and curation. Certain content from the company's streaming platforms would be removed. That's not an answer.
no, that's not an answer.
That is nowhere near even a good answer. Not even a bad answer. That's just not an answer. You're avoiding it.
Like, say whatever you want about that show. Oh, people poured out blood, sweat, and tears to make that work, and to just delete it, delete it from the fucking internet. Like,
Like Matt Hardy delete.
yeah, like fucking, and straight up, there's no. I don't think there's any chance of them putting it out on like Blu-ray or 4K like they did Loki. You know?
I was gonna say because Disney said that they wouldn't be putting their streaming shows and movies up on physical DVD or Blu-ray, which is a
Oh,
shame
finally.
and a stupid move because again, there's people really mad at the streaming industry for what they're doing, like cracking down on password sharing, removing movies and shows, delaying movies and shows, canceling movies and shows, raising the
Canceling movies and
prices.
shows that already were out or were already in production.
Let's not forget that they would be removed because another company wants to make their own streaming services. Yeah, remember when it was just Netflix and Hulu? One for
Yeah.
movies, one for shows?
Remember
Pepperidge Farm
you remember
remembers.
when they were taking The Office off of Netflix so that they could put it on fucking Peacock? You remember how Warner Brothers sold Harry Potter to NBC, or at least the streaming rights of Harry Potter to NBC, and took it off of HBO Max? You know what HBO can't do? Come into my house and
What?
take away my fucking Harry Potter Blu-rays. Because I have the
Nope.
entire series. Much
Same here.
to my dismay for some of the films, but they're I have the British Blu-ray box set for them so that I could have the Philosopher's Stone and not Sorcerer's Stone. But
Yeah, unfortunately, I ended up having to get the American version, so I'm
You
gonna
know
be
what's
stuck
funny
with
about that?
Sorcerer's Stone when we get to doing that.
The funny thing
By
is,
the way,
the funny thing is, aside from
better.
the
dialogue change.
aside from the dialogue change, it's the title
It's
is
still
the
the same
only
movie.
thing that's different. I think they didn't even, and I think they just dubbed over the dialogue.
Yeah, they just
actually.
they just dubbed it over. Or I'm just like, we gotta get the normie title.
Yeah. But fun fact, you can actually unlock Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for Game Boy for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance on your American and Sorcerer's Stone copies. All you got to do, because the cartridges, so the Game Boy was region free, right? All you got to do is just attach it, just go into the language settings, and it's if you just use British English, it sets to Philosopher's Stone.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
So when do you think we
Fly
would
with
be doing the
me.
Harry Potter film series?
Fly will fly away. I don't want to do them in December because we've skipped a bunch of stuff that we want to
Yeah,
get
and
to.
don't forget we've also got, the old versus new stuff on the Disney animated films.
Yeah, we gotta. And once we get
Yeah,
once we get past the
Yeah,
My
once
Hero
we're-
films, we're gonna go to we're gonna go back and do the Pierce Brosnan movies.
No. Our
My
plan was to
boy.
do Johnny English.
Oh yeah, Johnny English. Shit, yeah. Oh, we gotta do Johnny English.
Yeah, we're gonna do Johnny English. Then we're gonna go to the Timothy Dalton movies, and then we were gonna take another break after that.
Well, there's only 2 Timothy Dalton films.
Okay, so we could get Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan out of the way since they both don't have a lot of films.
Yeah.
Pierce
Suits.
Brosnan doesn't have a lot of films.
Suits
Not really.
not compared to the other Bonds. Which is kind of strange because he is like the one that my generation thinks of.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
He was the Bond I grew
Dude,
up
we're
with.
we're the
funnily
same.
enough,
Dude, we're the same
you know,
age.
funnily enough, Alex,
I hate that.
what do you mean you and Gizmo are the same age? I'm closer to Gizmo's age than you are.
How old are you,
Well,
Gizmo?
I'm 30.
Okay. Yeah, we are from the same generation. So, Suits with 3 alternate styles, in addition to the original.
And I hate the fact that the 90s are now a long time ago.
So you decided to
Go, my pretties, go.
You decided to put your effort into making Mortal Kombat palette swaps out of each suit rather than fixing the fucking textures on the ones that already exist. Because I kind of feel like the PS4 Spider-Man game had better visuals than this. Okay, I'm gonna go with the inverted suit.
Hey, if they start checking out Spears, it's a rule to shut out Get Over Here.
The advanced suit and advanced suit 2.0. Why are there 2 advanced suits?
How many of you are Pokemon fans? Don't answer that, because even if you're not, this is weird.
Assassin Spider-Man.
Special Pokemon Van Gogh Museum promo cards are now gone over safety concerns.
That's random.
So someone decided to make a portrait of Pikachu, but in the style of Van Gogh and with the border of like the Pokemon card and everything, and put it in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. Problem is that because there are so many scalpers, they decided to get rid of it because they were afraid of its safety.
Well, yeah, like Pokemon fans are fucking weird. People were like
They are
jumping all over each other to get to the stupid friggin' and let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. The stupid McDonald's trading cards that they had, you know?
Yeah, remember when kids were the only ones that were trying to, have slap fights over getting the rare cards? Now it's a full-grown adults outright spearing bitches through tables just to get these goddamn cards.
That sounds
Yeah.
hilarious for some reason.
I mean, God, there people are outright performing 619s on a fucking grandma just to get a card.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. Oh, God!
619. I'm hearing booyaka booyaka in the distance when I'm hearing people fighting over these cards. Holy shit.
Oh,
Card's mine. No, this card's mine. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. What is that noise in the background? Booyaka booyaka 619. Booyaka booyaka Rey Mysterio. Oh shit.
This sounds so fucking hilarious, Gizmo.
I mean, think of that though. We got full-grown ass adults outright shivving a motherfucker just so they could get the latest Pikachu because it has a slightly different colored cheek. Like, bro, I love Pokemon,
And the
but I
Van
don't.
Gogh the Van
I
Gogh
don't love it.
tribute it was fucking cool, but unfortunately, so I can change styles and I can make Miles look like Peter. That's not going to be confusing at all. But yeah, the Van Gogh thing was it's a really nice tribute too, but people weren't using it for its thing, for the thing that it is. It always irritates me whenever there's like beautiful art pieces that are supposed to be tributes to these to
Famous
people,
artists.
to these famous artists.
legendary artists.
Yeah. And people just shit all over them. I'm like this. Go watch the Van Gogh episode of Doctor Who if you want a
yeah, I love
that
that
is
one.
legitimately that is one of the best episodes of Doctor Who ever. And there's a lot of great episodes of Doctor Who. And there's a lot of bad episodes of Doctor Who as well. Don't get on my back
time
for
limit
it.
ones.
Okay, so now there's
Some more sad news though.
this game is they put Superman 64 in my Spider-Man game, Kevin.
You're talking about Frank Giffen, Gizmo. We already talked about that.
No, Sam Neill's Jurassic Park says that his cancer remission may not be forever and he's not afraid to die. Basically saying that he knows it's not going to work forever and he's open to death.
Oh.
That's gonna be a sad day.
We're losing another actor and it's another good one.
Yep. And the thing is like we had just a while ago we had just given a lot of praise to the last Jurassic Park movie he was in, which was, the last one.
Literally the last
I
one.
hope they don't make another one.
No, please don't.
They
Please.
can't.
Because it was the best possible way they could have ended it. And now, they just...
You can't make another one after that.
You really can't. I mean, they've already gone. You know how there's a
Like-
there's a trilogy and there's like a theme around the trilogies, and so like okay, it makes sense whether it's bad or good, right? This if they make this into like a trilogy where they got
Okay, I mean,
Sam
Mary Jane
Neill,
shouldn't have any
and
trouble writing a
where they got
five-page story.
Sam Neill, and then fucking the guy from Guardians, and then who else? Antonio Banderas. What's the theme there? The first one was about fucking up with science and then failing. The second one was fucking up with science and then succeeding. What's the third one going to be?
Summoning
theme?
Exodia.
Like think about it like this: the first one, they had this little thing where it's like, oh, you're fucking with science, and now you're gonna merchandise it all. Is that right? Is that right to not only fuck with science like that? Is it also right to merchandise the hell out of it? That was smart. The second time around, when the Jurassic Park came back after decades, right? Decades.
Yes.
Yeah. So what this is about how nature should be left as it is, and the result of fucking up with science
I
has
have to tidy up.
consequences.
I have to tidy up the house. Oh no.
Has even more, and like fucking up with science has even more consequences than just you finding out that you fucked with science.
Peter
now
Parker
you
is
can't
behind on
control
his
it.
rent.
Now you can't control it.
Rent.
It's fucking up with the ecosystem, shit like that. if they bring it back for a third time, what could they possibly talk about?
Speed
Summoning Exodia.
Nonagon? What the hell is this?
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you could bring Jurassic Park back
What
unless
platform
it's
is that
for
for?
re-release to the theaters.
Yeah. You know,
And there's
I didn't want to, just because I didn't want to play as Spider-Man's Not So Amazing Friends, I also didn't want to play as Peter when he's not being Spider-Man and just bumming around his fucking house.
What's that? More Peter Parker bump? You want more Peter Parker bumming around in his house?
I mean,
Okay.
I wouldn't mind more of Peter bumming MJ around his house, but, you know, that's not gonna
here's
happen.
here's a line that he said. It's on the title of the article.
Good God, the
I'm not in
polygon
any way
count is disgusting.
I am not in any way frightened of dying. That has never worried me, but I would be annoyed because there's still things I want to do.
That
He's taking it
is
very well, and that's kind of sad.
Does nobody
yeah.
clean this clock? Actually, hang on. And I'm gonna go into photo mode here.
In funnier news, just to lighten the load, Netflix is opening physical stores, and we all know about this,
Oh
right?
yeah, we
But
talked
here's the
about that last week, but yeah, if you want
Yep.
to
right.
bring it up,
Here's what's funny. Blockbuster had a reaction to it. The official Blockbuster Twitter retweeted the article, and they said, "Oh boy, should we tell Netflix how this ends?"
By the way, I shared an update on the current thing I've had at a current bit of art I've had in commission and in the live stream commentary text chat.
Nice.
And
Okay,
guys,
so I have a few
Oh, Mason
things to
said he had
say
to take
about
a
this.
shower.
all
Mason said he
right.
had to take a shower, and he's going to call it a night. I was wondering why he hasn't talked in a while.
Okay. So I have a few things to say here. This
Yeah.
marker is way too fucking big, and they've rendered way too much detail on this clock face here, because they have like grime on the front of the clock face. You could have just not put that in there, and we wouldn't have noticed. And they've also got
Yeah.
grime rendered on this whiteboard here. Again, we wouldn't have noticed it.
Nor would we have cared.
No.
In more
So
bad news, what was that?
I was just saying, like apparently Peter is a complete slob, and MJ doesn't want to move into his aunt's house with him.
Huh. But he's
Go ahead.
how old is he now? College level?
He was a high school teacher until he got fired a couple of minutes ago.
Ah.
Of course.
Some more bad news. Live action Gargoyles reboot reportedly in the works for Disney Plus. Who asked for this?
I thought
Nobody.
SAG-AFTRA was still on strike.
No, I don't think so.
I know that
I think he's settled.
oh,
think
now
they
he looks
settled.
like Ultimate Spider-Man. And I know for a fact that that the Screenwriters Guild is off strike, but SAG-AFTRA was still on strike last time I checked.
I think so, but this is still kind of weird and bullshit news either way.
Yeah.
And by the way, Alex, one thing I had the artist rectify was the fact that it
This is modeled on the house from Spider-Man 1.
Let's see.
so you know how in the DC AMU Beast Boy's eyes are just like a amber-ish color, I think.
Yeah.
So it says here the animated cult show Gargoyles is going to be in production by the company Atomic Monster. And by James Wan. And James Wan's going to be the producer.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, this is a video game. Why does this picture look like it was badly photoshopped? You could have just
Sony.
rendered the... Why doesn't this look like Aunt May? That doesn't
Because
look like
Sony.
Aunt May at all.
Because Sony.
That doesn't... Yeah, that legitimately... like, if we look at this, we can see, like, her head shape changes dramatically between, And like, so we have her with a long head here, a shorter, wider
go to the
head
bathroom.
here, and then, and
I'll be
like,
back.
this version is only slightly... This version is kind of like this one, but, like, this one looks like Gates McFadden, and then this looks kind of like my grandmother. My grandmother doesn't look anything like Gates McFadden, by the way, so... Oh, New York City Showdown, Crusher Hogan versus the Spider. Bonesaw is ready. Why does Peter have a knockoff PS4 in his room when he could just have an actual PS4?
Indeed.
Why does his PS4 look like my copy machine? I have a copy maker sitting next to me, and it kind of looks like this.
So as per usual, when the art is as per usual for the people who follow me on Twitter, or when and if when it gets done, I will share the full whole thing to showcase what I'm talking about out here. Or so do look forward to that. Alex,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
well, in the meantime, what do you think of how it looks so far?
It looks pretty good. I can't help but be distracted by the fact that young Peter Parker looks more mature than old Peter Parker does in the main game. Why didn't they just leave his face model the way it was in the first game?
You know, funnily enough,
granted, this one looks better than the one in the...
Funnily enough, there are
second
two
game.
actors who have played Ben Tennyson in the game you're playing right now.
Oh, cool. Is Tara
'Cause
Strong in this one?
No, she is not.
Who's the other one?
Okay. It's the actor who played Ben in the first live action Ben 10 movie.
Oh, shit! That was
He's
actually
Harry
not a...
He's Harry in this game.
Oh, I'm sorry for him.
So we've got Yuri Lowenthal, who is Alien Force Ben 10 as Spider-Man, and then we have live action Ben 10 as Harry Osborn.
Hmm.
That's certainly interesting casting, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So do you feel like it was a sensible decision to ask the artist to change Gar's eye color or to
Yeah.
its emerald color?
Learn guitar. Call Freddy at 555-0162. Learn guitar. Those pickups are way too close together. Actually,
Hey,
hang on.
Gizmo.
I'm gonna go into photo mode here.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, speaking of streaming services, Netflix is doing something it's never done before. Take a guess.
Do I want to know?
They are announcing its first ever live sports event.
What? Are they doing like a pay-per-view for a wrestling show or something?
A competitive golf, from what I can see.
Oh, that sounds stupid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tuning pegs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strings. Okay, but it only has 2 knobs, no strap mounts, really fucked up looking neck, stupid looking headstock, a giant pick guard, two humbuckers put right next to each other, and no trem bridge. Actually, no, I take that back. The top of a Floyd Rose and the rest of it's hardtail. That's weird. Can't say a guitar show. Sorry, a guitar teacher or gets much credibility when he doesn't have the guitar looking correct on the damn page.
Up next, Halo Infinite players criticize newest microtransaction bundle for high prices.
I No, I still haven't played Halo Infinite. I popped it in and messed with it a little bit, but I didn't play the multiplayer, or I just kind of fucked
But
around.
I can tell you right now that the multiplayer is fine. It's just that it still sucks that custom games only work if you have friends that play it, and only friends,
Yeah.
not randos you find on the internet.
Hi, Harry. Boy, I hope you're not affected by
Let's see
some
here.
kind of symbiote from another planet, or one that your dad might have made.
Let's see. A streamer, Mint Blitz, pointed out on Twitter you can get a Halo 3 themed sniper rifle skin as part of Halo Infinite Season 5, but it can't be bought individually. The bundle, including the skin, costs $30, half of what it would cost to buy the game's campaign outright. Mint
Of course it
Blitz
does.
expressed frustration that he would not purchase the sniper rifle skin on its own unless it lowers the price.
Ben, why are you talking to yourself? I'm sorry.
was
I
telling.
get that this joke doesn't really come across unless you're playing my game, but you know.
Okay, so for context, since Alex is playing Spider-Man and for PS5, Spider-Man 2 for PS5, I there are two voice actors in the game. Have both voiced Ben Tennyson or have played Ben Tennyson in some capacity. Yuri Lowenthal and the actor who voices Harry, whose name is currently escaping me.
Dude, you're walking with a cane. You're walking with a cane and you want to ride a goddamn bike.
Okay.
These haircuts are really juvenile. If you told me these two were supposed to be, like 15, I'd believe you. What? Why are we riding bikes in Queens? Why did you spend time programming a bike riding minigame?
Never understand this missile combo that Owen Metroid Prime, the flamethrower,
Huh.
because it's basically a really dumb version of the Wave Buster. Only it doesn't lock onto enemies; it just shoots a flame, aim like a short range flamethrower. Kind of worthless, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, the normal plasma beam is already better anyway.
Why did you just clip through that NPC? Why didn't you program the NPC to... When there's no more room in hell, the NPCs will run into walls a whole bunch. Ladies
Oh
and
my
gentlemen,
God.
this is PS5.
Meanwhile, my game is a Switch remaster of a GameCube game,
Yeah.
which is which has also been
Oh,
remastered on the Wii.
ba-dum-bum.
All right, time to wake up the big guy. This charming fellow is a Phazon Elite.
Cool.
And
Here.
essentially, if you fought the Pirate Elites before in this game, you can take this guy.
Okay.
Got Pilgrim Deluxe
And
graphic
he's
novel.
dead.
Scott Pilgrim Deluxe.
Got Pilgrim Deluxe graphic novel box set.
Oh, cool.
I'm just waiting until something else happens. Scott Pilgrim Deluxe graphic novel box set is coming out 45% off on pre-orders at Amazon. and this would be the first time Scott Pilgrim has ever been in color.
Oh, neat.
That'll be interesting to read. I remember I read some of the graphic novels when they were, black and white.
We still got to watch the movie before the series comes out on Netflix.
Movies. Also, a dog's going to speedrun a game at AGDQ
A
2024.
dog is going to speedrun a game?
A dog is going to speedrun a game at Games Done Quick this January, and it'll be the first dog to do so.
Why a dog?
Because I guess it's easier to teach him to play Rob than it is to play Mario Brothers.
That just seems kind of random.
I think it's adorable. I want to see how this works out. Like, think about it. We've seen guys blindfolded play games. We've seen guys speed run through games that are not supposed to be speed run in the first place. We've seen guys do glitch runs. We've seen guys speed run RPGs, for the love of God.
We've
I
seen
think
guys speed run on really bad games.
I think it'd be interesting to see a dog speed run a game.
Flash for Homecoming. No, thank you.
We've seen
we just destroyed an innocent man's radio.
It's not the weirdest thing we've seen anyway. We've seen a fish play Pokemon on stream.
Why are we as grown men sneaking into the high school?
Simple. Because you're grown-ass
Oh, wait,
men.
hang on. Oh, wait, hang on. I missed the fact that this is a flashback, apparently.
Because, don't forget, Alex, you are grown-ass men, and you have nothing better to do.
So the fact, the contrast between the models is bizarre.
I don't want to live in this fight anymore. Cowabunga!
Unfortunately, I can't do that in this game. There are no ledges. There are no ledges to hurl myself off of into nothingness.
Slen?
No, I was just making...
Slen? Slender the Arrival gets an Unreal Engine 5 powerhouse for its 10th anniversary.
I remember the original Slender was built in Unity, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's Slender. This is Slender the Arrival. It's apparently supposed to be like an actual company-made thing where like they.
Well, yeah, Slender the Arrival was also built in Unity, I thought.
I'm surprised they actually paid attention to this game. I know Slender got some attention. I didn't know Slender the Arrival got this much.
Slender the Arrival was like the big game in that, like Slender.
Well, Slender I know, but
Slender the 8
got this much attention.
Slender the 8 pages was like the free demo for Slender or the Arrival. And Slender the Arrival is it was fairly high profile because it was, the paid version of a previously free indie game. So
I always thought it was I thought it was just like a standalone indie game, not a preview.
No, so there are actually parts of Slender the 8 pages that are in Slender the Arrival.
Huh.
Duly noted.
We spoke about Netflix a moment ago. We're going to do it again because apparently the prices have increased as the subscriber numbers surge. Why? So correct me if I'm wrong. Surge means higher, like a growth, right? Why are people acting like the increase is a discount?
I don't know.
That's retarded.
You're telling me that people are automatically subscribing to Netflix because of the price increase? I know it's not because of the price increase, but it's kind of odd that at the same time they're raising their prices, people are getting Netflix accounts. Bro, how about you just go to get the DVD?
Well, some of the stuff people want to watch like fucking One Piece and things like that. And, like
At this point,
the originals are a big selling point, and goddamn hope
right?
that they
There
put
aren't
One
that
Piece out
many,
on
and a
UHD.
lot. There really aren't that many though, and the many that are there, and the stuff, and the ones that are there, some of them have just stopped.
Well, yeah, like Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things has stopped. Let's see. One Piece recently just stopped. They ended the season one. They're
Well, they're
a success, but still they still
now
ended
that the strikes
season.
are over, they're actually working. Well, strike.
Right.
They're working on season 2 again.
Cobra Kai, I think they're working on their last season right now.
Yeah.
Samurai Gourmet, I think only had the one season and that's it.
What the hell was that?
Oh, Samurai Gourmet, it's basically about how an old salary worker in Japan has finally retired, and because he has all the time in the world, he decides to visit different places to eat. It's a lot more wholesome. It's one of those wholesome shows.
This is
It's
like
better than it
Spider-Man
sounds.
Secret Origins. Am I gonna see the scene of him getting bit by the spider in this game?
The show is better than it sounds, though. What it is that because of his fascination with the samurai, he imagines what a samurai would do in a situation like that or this. Like for example, he goes to a restaurant, a fancy one, and there's some rowdy workers that are just being a nuisance. And so he would imagine what a samurai would do, and he's imagining a samurai going over to them and just telling him to shut the hell up and let everyone enjoy their meals. And they're so afraid of him, they like say, "Yes, yes, sir, I'm so sorry." But because he was too much of a coward, instead what happens is a waitress goes up to them and politely tells them to be quiet, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." It's funnier than it sounds, more wholesome than it sounds. I recommend a watch. The old man is a really great character. He's adorable. Oh, and
I can't
Zob
just
100.
find my own solution. I have to use your scripted solution.
Don't you want to look for the final solution?
No, I'm kind of not in favor of that. If
Fuck it, group up.
I,
when
yeah,
freedom burns, the curtain has fallen, lost to the world as they perish in flames.
Well, now we've gotten further into the phase on mines.
Ever since it
it's kind of weird.
started on Kristallnacht 38, when
Here's something that's odd.
liberty died and truth was denied.
Yes. Attack them, my pretties.
Here's something that's odd. Kick-Ass director Matthew Vaughn wants to reboot Star Wars and Luke Skywalker.
I know who he's gonna cast. It's gonna be really weird if he does.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
What the fuck?
As Luke Skywalker?
What? Alex, why does that sound so weird?
No, I'm
Well-
playing basketball.
What is this? What is this? Top Gun?
Playing with the boys. I'll be staying, playing with the boys. And after a taste of sunset, one of life's simple joys is playing with the boys.
Why am I not surprised you know that song?
Dude, I own the Top Gun soundtrack on CD, so
So you're a man of culture.
yes.
Not saying that you aren't. I was just asking, that's all.
He's a man of culture.
We're
I know,
reusing we're using motion
I have
controls.
I have the 4K for Top Gun as well.
He's a man of culture. Man of culture.
I have the 4K. I have the Steelbook 4K. I have the 3D Blu-ray, the regular Blu-ray.
The Laserdisc.
Yes, the HD DVD, the DVD, the Laserdisc, the VHS, and the Betamax.
Oh god, no. I can't stay in this. No.
You know, I know that the game doesn't
come on.
make you use the motion controls, but why are there motion controls
And what?
in this game?
I mean, in my game, it's just because of the old choice that I chose.
Well,
Mine's
yeah,
because
but
it's the
like
beginning of the Wii's life cycle.
this is some really strange. I can't say filmmaking here because this isn't a film.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Why? How are we able to talk to each other like this?
Okay.
How are we... Guys, how are we able to hear each other when we're like 30 yards away from each other? Well, not like 5 yards, but still.
Semantics.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Bum,
So yeah,
bum,
isn't it kind of
ba-da-dum.
weird that out of all
Bum,
people
bum,
that want to
ba-da-dum.
reboot it, it's the guy
Rum, bum,
who
bum.
directed Kick-Ass?
Huh?
Isn't it kind of, well, going back on topic,
Oh, yeah,
isn't
it
kind
is
of weird
weird.
that out of all the people, it's the director of Kick-Ass. I would expect someone from Disney or Paramount or something like oh, I
Jerry
directed
Bruckheimer.
oh yeah, maybe Jared Bruckheimer, I don't know, but Matthew Vaughn. Uh, I don't hate the idea, but I'm still perplexed. It was him of all people. Because do we really want a Disney Star? Do we really want a Star Wars reboot?
I mean, no, obviously.
Right, and
People
but
Means
already...
no,
There
but
are
he
already...
means no, but he means yes.
There are already
Worth
enough...
it, worth it.
There were already enough shitty changes made to the original trilogy when they remastered it. Like, you know, the Han shot, you know, Han didn't shoot first kind of thing, you know, things like
I
that.
didn't want him to look heartless. Fucking.
Hey, you know, we could have just said, "Hey, sorry about this," because my friend's like playing a prank on me.
Friend's an idiot.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, like them cutting back and forth. Why is Harry Osborn wearing the hipster beanie? I keep forgetting that I'm Spider-Man!
Holy shit.
What?
Some enemy just dropped a bunch of coinage.
Now I have to get that flash drive back from the security guard.
But how?
But they just let...
Nice. Hmm.
I wasn't aiming at that. You know.
EA's Iron Man game will run on Unreal Engine 5 and it's not releasing anytime soon.
What?
Good.
EA
a
is making
shame.
an Iron Man game? I thought that was somebody else.
Let's see. Motive Studios has provided an update on its upcoming Iron Man game. No one should expect it to come out anytime soon. Studio GM Patrick Claus said in a blog post that the Iron Man game is still in early pre-production and that the team has chosen Unreal Engine 5 to power it. I'm guessing they're learning from their mistakes with the Iron Man games from back in the day.
I mean, first Iron Man game was pretty good.
Was it though?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it looked fine. It looks fine
I mean, it's
enough.
short. It's just like, but it's fun. There's cool
Let
shit
me
in
quote.
there.
Let me quote Kevin Bacon. Can you fly, fucker? Can you fly?
Gotta make you understand. I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
When did Kevin
never
Bacon
gonna
say
run
that?
around and desert you.
Man, what was
Gonna
the movie
make
called?
you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a
Tremors.
lie and hurt you. Harry Osborn literally started singing that song over the PA system.
Motherfuck, what?
Why?
They're really
Oh.
trying to get to.
Hi, Norman.
How do you do, fellow kids? What the hell is that?
You know, I'm something of a supervillain myself, Spider-Man.
It's something of an asshole that likes to kill people myself.
How did you know? How did you know where we were?
He used his Willem Dafoe superpowers, Alex.
Speaking of scumbags,
Harry, I'm
Roblox,
sorry. Your mother's dead.
Speaking of scumbags, Roblox CEO tells remote workers to work in person 3 days a week, or they lose their jobs. They be fired with the fire workers would get a severance package.
Uh-huh. Okay, why do you need... There are no downsides to people working remotely, if they can, you know?
Right, but these guys are acting like it's a bad thing. They're forcing them to come over to the building and work 3 days, or else. Like, why? What's
Like,
the difference?
You
Why?
don't want people having commutes. You don't... Like, commutes mean people will wind up, there's traffic, people are late to work and shit like that, and you don't want, like, if you
Well,
want...
now
If you want people to be, like, more efficient and whatnot, and not have to rent fucking office space...
excuse
Well,
me,
what do you know?
believe
I
you have-
actually found a use for the flamethrower.
I believe you have been stapler.
Yeah.
Just set the building on fire.
Hey, space pirates, why don't you try jumping over here? Oh, one of them just fell into the phazon and died.
Here's another thing: if they do come back to work over there, even if it's just for 3 days a week, who are you to know that if they're not gonna fuck around like most workers would do
Oh
when
yeah,
you're not
that's the
looking?
thing about... That's the thing about insisting people come into the office like that. People are gonna start... It's malicious compliance. If people will start working in the office, they're gonna be wasting more time so that they can get to, they can get to the house faster rather than,
Right.
or, without doing as much.
I mean, I know there's some upsides to like actually going to work. I mean, like
Well, yeah, that
now you
means...
have an
Like, you have a physical network in place where you can like, hand shit to people, rather than having to use the internet for it, that kind of thing. But,
right, and there's like other stuff outside of work. You have an excuse now to go to places that are usually far from your house. Yeah, you actually talking to people,
yeah.
you're upping your social skills. But if you force that onto me, I'm not going to really want to not only do anything outside of work, but also in work. The fact that you're forcing people to come in when they're already working remotely, you realize that these are the same guys who are probably working in nothing but their underwear and probably drinking one or two shots of vodka before work to work on your shit at Roblox. If I'm working remotely for any company, I'm going to be working in nothing but my goddamn balls. I swear to you, I don't have to
Oh my
obey anybody.
god.
I'm not going to obey anyone's rules of dress code or work ethics or any bullshit. I'm working in nothing but my nuts hanging out on my chair while I give them a reports of how many glitches there are.
Miles, you know
You
that
force
stuff
someone like
dissolves after a couple of hours, right? Your laptop's gonna fall on the floor.
You force someone like me to work over there 3 days a week and not have it as a suggestion. You realize that there's going to be some crazy shit happening there, right? You're going to be hearing girls and guys telling me to put on a pair of fucking pants. You better not force me to work over there, bitch. I'm already working for you over here. You have to come work over here. Why?
Yeah, Peter wants some
Because
backup for his horrible side quests that he's on.
1 second.
jokes aside, though, there are people that work like that, and there will be some shit going on over there on all sides if they keep on enforcing this. Have it as a suggestion. Don't force people to come to work if they're already remotely working. Because why would I want to? Fuck that. If I'm choosing to work remotely, it's for a good reason. I would have quit Roblox the moment they try to force me into that shit. In fact,
Well, I
why am I
wouldn't.
working at
I
Roblox? In
yeah, I
fact,
was
why am
gonna
I
say
working
I
at
probably don't want to work for Roblox anyways. They're not.
Yeah,
The company's
I was
not
gonna
that
say.
great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would I be working at Roblox in the first place? The fuck. But on to brighter news, I guess. Nintendo boss says transition from Switch to next console will be smoother than before.
Yeah, I
So
hope
he
so
says.
because people are saying that there are rumors out there that the Switch 2 isn't going to be backwards compatible, and if that is the case, I'm gonna tell them to fuck off until like the second or third iteration of the system because I have too many Switch games to not have that be an upgrade.
And now I've had to switch over to classic GameCube controller style just because as my one of my Joy Cons is running low on battery life, and I'm not feeling like using the one with a questionable control stick.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we have the boss of
And we
the
got to
phase
an
on
updraft.
mines. Look at my stream, Alex. Look at how big and imposing this guy
Ow.
looks.
So ba ba da ba da ba da da ba 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 da 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 da. Why am I flying in a Spider-Man game?
Guys, as if you look at my stream, you'll see how imposing the character or that I'm fighting is. And I'm going to be fighting is. Like Gizmo, like Alex, you see this, right?
Vaguely, yes. That's
Now let's actually walk up to him. Boosh. Yeah, Samus only stands like up to his shin. And one of the best
Samus
ways to beat
Aran
this
is
guy.
very tall.
Yeah.
And hot. Crush me, mommy. I mean, what?
Excuse me for a minute. I'm going to break this boss in two.
I'm gonna break you like a Kit Kat bar.
This woman would think the same thing after finding out a man has stalked her in Final Fantasy 16.
What?
Oh, God.
16's a single-player game.
Oh, I mean 15. So what? Here's the article.
15's also a single-player game.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
14.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Okay,
1.
good.
I throw you. 38-year-old Tokyo resident allegedly used character to follow another character sent threatening messages. Officers from Hyogo, Prefectural Police Personal Safety Section and Hyogo's Tarumi Police Station arrested a 38-year-old male resident of Tokyo's Chiyoda ward on Tuesday for allegedly stalking a 28-year-old female player within the online video game Final Fantasy XIV, and later on social media services such as Twitter and Line, which I'm thinking is Japanese Twitter. According to police, the suspect allegedly harassed the woman from March 20th to May 16th earlier this year, sending 22 messages asking her to talk with him, or else he would reveal past conversations to her family. Tarumi Station Police stated that the two met through Final Fantasy XIV in 2019 and began to send each other messages in game through
Hey,
social
that's more
media.
like it.
But the woman later blocked all messages from him at a later time, and he began using his character in game to follow her character around. According to the investigation, the suspect denied some of the charges, saying there were no romantic feelings.
What?
And for some reason, they decided to add in, as of October 2022, Final Fantasy XIV has 27 million registered accounts.
Huh.
Okay, so one thing
That's
I gotta
that's
ask,
probably a
how?
search engine optimization thing where they're like trying to make it so they get more hits. So apparently you can just skip over the water in this game.
Because you totally can do that.
That's definitely real.
Yep. Don't
That's
you
not
know, Alex?
that's not stupid at all. Excuse me.
So normally, this boss fight requires you to shoot at his shoulders and his knees. He's in order to take him out. Oh, however, because of
I
how
forgot I put Peter in that
this is based off
assassin suit.
how the Prime trilogy, which is the version that this oh damn force of habit.
Why is Matt Gargan still in the scorpion suit?
Get away, Gargan! Your time is running out.
I see that they've got a bunch of it locked up, but like, why wouldn't you cut pieces of this thing off, even if it is welded to it?
So, anyway, after you take out the armor plates on his shoulders and his knees, then you have to use the X-ray visor to find him in one of 3 phazon pools, and shoot at and using the X-ray visor just shoot at him until he dies. Does that seem like a fairly simple boss to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, I had found out that Darkside Phil had once played this game. Not
Of course
this
he did. Of
specific version, but the trilogy version via the Wii U.
course he did.
And let's just say he thought that the Wii U Virtual Console version of it would have support for GameCube controllers, which it doesn't.
He's stupid. What do you
Yeah,
expect?
he is genuinely retarded.
Let's see. Kinnikuman manga goes on hiatus as co-author undergoes surgery.
Hope he comes out
Manga
well.
manga creator duo Yuri Tamago announced on
And he's
Twitter.
dead.
He's not,
Sorry.
but on Sunday that the Kinnikuman manga will be going on hiatus this week due to the knee surgery of one of its members, Takashi
Oh, knee surgery.
Shimada.
Knee surgery. That usually doesn't go poorly.
A manga miniseries adaptation of the 22nd story in the online text story serialization Deep of Muscle, Kinnikuman Real Novels, will run in the main manga's place during its hiatus. The duo promised an update on the return date of the main manga next week. The manga creator duo known as Yude Tamago resumed their original Kinnikuman wrestling comedy manga as a free web manga in 2011. The creators went back to their first 1979 Kinnikuman storyline and continued where they last left the story in 1987. The original manga has inspired various television anime series and
This
films.
is PS5, folks.
Yude Tamago previously
Heavy attacks
published-
cannot be dodged. Parry heavy attacks when it changes from yellow to red.
Are you a boxers or briefs guy, Alex?
Boxers.
Yep,
What about you?
boxers.
Boxers? Are you sure about that? Because now you
Yes.
can purchase Amuro Ray's underwear from the anime.
I don't care about Amuro Ray's underwear.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all right. I'm okay with Gundam. I haven't really watched much Gundam. I'm all right with it, but
It's the fact that they decide to make this a piece of merch
well, you know,
that I
they
just
have Bandai has
not the
merch for just about everything.
not the jacket, the fucking underwear.
Peter, I didn't tell
It's
you to do that.
hilarious. So come
Oh
on, there's gotta
God,
be a
I hate these
ah.
guys.
Here you go. Pre-orders are made available from September 22nd to October 16th. Their price range is 3,850 yen, which is around 25.77 after taxes.
I'm not
However,
paying $25 for a pair of underwear.
these
Yes.
curious garments are going to be made available again with new pre-orders being taken until November 15th. Afterward, the Gundam boxers should be delivered before the end of the year for all who wish to wear or gift them. These strange items showcase just how popular the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise has become over the years. To the point where they're selling underwear. Okay.
Are they gonna have a Gundam casket next?
I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt if they did that.
Kiss has a casket.
Shouting, shouting, shouting out loud.
Dimebag Daryl
Uh,
was buried in a Kiss casket.
So for this Chozo artifact, you definitely needed the Phazon suit because you would not have been able to get to this without it. Oh wow, I have 91% an item collection, 91% logbook entries. Holy shit. You know, some part of me ponders if maybe some part of me ponders like
Which Spider-Man?
oh
Oh, those are
god.
my guys. Sorry.
So this is weird. The director of Sailor Moon, Utena, and Penguin Drum suing a woman accusing of her of plagiarism. Anime
Huh.
director Kunihiko Ikuhara takes legal action to sue a woman who has accused him of plagiarizing her work.
Hmm.
You don't get that many
No.
lawsuits
What
like
happened?
this. Let's see. Anime director Kunihiko Ikuhara says a woman's efforts to pressure him for an apology for allegedly plagiarizing her work has escalated to harassment, prompting concern for his personal safety. Ikuhara has doubled down with legal action against the unnamed woman. According to Japanese newspaper, the Mainichi Shimbun, a profile creator in the anime industry, Ikuhara has explicitly denied the allegations, responding with a lawsuit claiming compensation for damages. This would also
But
to sever as a deterrent against further aggravation. Per the report, the woman's attempts to encroach on Ikuhara's personal and professional space escalated to a point that justified police support. The woman initially contacted Ikuhara in April 2022 via a direct message on Twitter, calling him out for allegedly plagiarizing one of her works. When a colleague posted one of Ikuhara's illustrations, the same woman also pointed out that this was traced from her work. Ikuhara disputed the claim, denying any similarity between the samples. The situation allegedly came to a head when the woman emailed several companies that Ikuhara is professionally associated with, petitioning that they put pressure on him to make an apology. Ikuhara, who was also established in the industry as a writer, artist, and music producer, claims the woman went so far as to contact publishers, record companies, and talent agencies to express her grievances. This prompted Ikuhara to involve the police, who provided security to his home and advised that he consider canceling a concert for his own safety. Ikuhara filed a lawsuit in June 2022 and is currently petitioning for $29,400 in damages. In August this year, he spoke out in court to cite similar instances of harassment in the industry. He also asserted how his industry colleagues might consider the outcome of the case as a precedent for similar disputes in the future. As of October 4th this year, the woman maintains that her claims of plagiarism in court is merited. Ikuhara has established himself as the mastermind of legendary anime shows like Sailor Moon, Revolutionary Girl Utena, and a Mawadi Penguin Drum. He recently surprised fans and colleagues with a shift towards the music industry, changing his name to Bonzor Ikuhara, before joining the band Teiko Bonbon with members Teiko and Bonjour Suzuki, who performed the opening theme for Yuri Kuma Arashi. Ukihara is the band's music producer. Ukihara's lawsuit is in progress with a court verdict expected on December 13th of this year.
So she's accusing him of plagiarizing her, and he's accusing
Right.
her of stalking.
Yeah, so here's the big problem. They don't mention who it is that accused him of plagiarism. Now, if
Hey
I
guys,
think
you
this
remember
could have helped.
how I kept saying that the shit that was happening in the last game is an Avengers level threat? This is an Avengers level threat. We need the fucking Justice League out here.
Alex, here's one thing. It can't be an Avengers level threat unless Mysterio explicitly says it's an Avengers level
Oh, right, I
threat.
forgot about that.
Yeah, you got to remember that Jake Gyllenhaal needs to actually say, now this is an Avengers level threat before we can actually say that it is one.
Doesn't anybody else think it would have helped if they actually told us who the woman was and not just act like it's just some rando?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if someone were to try and sue, I don't know, fucking George Perez for plagiarism.
That's
Who
not
is
going to
it?
go.
Can you tell us who it is? Can you at least tell us who it is so we know if it's bullshit or not? It's sort of like how when it's sort of like how when it's sort of like when people found out that the Batman was a sort of a plagiarism of the Shadow. It's like they didn't just say, "Oh, they plagiarized." No, there was like key evidence, and there was key evidence that it was plagiarism of the Shadow. There have been like
Yeah.
tracings. There have been comparisons. The same thing with like the idea of a rich man like fighting for like the poor or whatever the fuck,
Well,
that
rich
kind of
man
thing.
fighting for for what's right in a corrupt city, kinda.
Right. So, and they found
But granted,
and there's
like that by it, like the Shadow also takes a lot of influence from Zorro, and Zorro is basically Mexican Robin Hood. So
right, but they made enough fresh takes of the character that it's its
well,
own
yeah.
character. They're
Also,
not trying
well,
to
like
like plagiarize
Robin
Robin
Hood was
Hood.
in the public domain when Zorro came out. Zorro was in the public domain by the time that you know, oh the. Remember how we used to just open these doors by pressing the button? Anyways, yeah.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Zorro was in the public domain by the time the Shadow came out. I believe he was in the public domain by the time the Shadow came out. Well, maybe I'm wrong. The Shadow is still not in the public domain, which is unfortunate because nobody's doing anything good with him.
Unfortunately. And neither are DC.
Oh yeah, DC's not doing really anything good with anybody. Add more button presses and give us easier ways to kill bad guys. Now we're playing Half-Life 1. Yeah, I couldn't have stayed out of the water without, oh wait, I'm immune to electricity. I forgot about that. 'Cause I'm Miles.
But yeah, I hope this lawsuit gets settled because
I want to know what the
It's
hell.
kinda,
I hope it doesn't. I hope it goes to trial because I want to know what the fuck is going on here.
yeah.
You
I was
know,
gonna say at the same
Miles,
time,
you didn't
though,
have to
we should
kill him, but you
really,
didn't have to save him either.
at the same time, though, we really should see what it is. We should really see who the woman is, what the sketches are, and what works that he's comparing it to say that he's plagiarizing
The-
stuff.
Miles is having acid flashbacks. I think he might have gotten a taste of the. I'm sorry, I just realized. Yeah,
Here's the other thing.
we've
Here's the
just
other
given
thing, too.
Miles Morales a taste of the fucking what's his name? Scarecrow gas, fear toxin.
Here's the other thing too. He's the director of Sailor Moon and Utna and Penguin Drum. Two of those are legacy anime. You're telling me she didn't, report on him or sue him earlier?
Well, I'd
for
like to know.
plagiarism?
I'd like to know what she says is being plagiarized.
Right, but here's what I'm saying.
Hey,
She didn't
Kevin,
say
Kevin, look at
earlier?
this. Look at
What?
this. We're ripping off Arkham Asylum.
Of course we are.
But here's the thing, though. She couldn't have reported on this earlier or sued him earlier. I mean, by the time Sailor Moon came out, she should have known.
I mean, this is assuming that it's a Sailor Moon thing and not something else.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's everything. Everything. Shit.
What now?
This is also kind of ripping off the Mysterio level from the first game. Like, we don't, as much as I would have loved to have, something, something like the symbiote scene from Spider-Man, the animated series in this, I kind of feel like this is,
That's funny.
completely unnecessary.
I give up on being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay, so Peter, I'm going to ask you this a couple of times. Why aren't you just killing some of these guys? They never learn. They keep coming back.
You could ask the same question. Yes, Damon, I agree. Yeah, I hate the fission Metroids as well.
Oh, dear God.
He's not here right now.
Indirect Cleansing says, hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer a promotion of your channel. Go
Ban
fuck
him.
yourself.
Yeah.
Ban him, ban him, ban him. I'm sick of those kind of channels.
Yeah,
But it doesn't,
yeah,
doesn't anybody else see the problem with it though? She's now deciding to sue him.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of a... Like
This
I
is the
said, it could be
whole-
for recent stuff or it could be for old stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, but how recent was Sailor Moon Crystal? Like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And Utna was like what, several? I don't know. I think
Hadouken.
this is just if the way the the fact that she's only now trying to sue the guy, I feel like there's some cap. There's like some lie in there.
What's up, guys? I saw you were still here. I'm not quite ready to go to sleep yet.
Hey, man.
yeah. And unfortunately, it's
I
gotten pretty late around here, and I wish I could have been able to do more in this game.
wait.
And
The stream
so,
is over.
Oh, damn it.
no, it's not.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. Well,
I'm
we
just
have
gonna
a
be
special guest.
wrapping up in a bit.
Yeah, but before we do, we have a special guest, guys, and Kevin probably already knows who it is.
All right. Is it your girlfriend or the cat?
It's the cat.
Ah,
You don't hear her?
I heard her.
I couldn't, but I'm playing a
He's
game
saying
with a bunch of
no.
gunshots in it.
My cat is telling you no, Kevin. I don't know. She's calling you a liar.
You know, I kind of feel
He's a
like
liar.
I kind of feel like Andrew
I-
Garfield's Spider-Man had the right idea of just start killing these fuckers. They never learn. They don't do anything different. They just keep
could-
going.
You could literally argue the same thing for Batman.
Ooh,
He's a
lordy.
liar. He's a son of a bitch.
Spider-Man
Like,
doesn't have.
suddenly,
Batman has a reason not to kill, and you know they never really
Yeah.
stick to it. But at least you can write it so that Batman doesn't wanna be responsible, well, for for anybody's death like that. But at the same time, like Spider-Man doesn't have a no-kill rule, and he never has.
Kind of, well, to a point. To a point.
Well, he's been.
it's zigzagged.
I don't know. I
It
kind of feel
really
like we should have
depends on the
left.
film.
At the very least, we should have left Scorpion can defend for himself.
Some of them, I feel like it's either impossible or tricky to kill them, or they just not worth killing. And when I
Yeah.
say not worth killing, I mean, like, is it really worth killing the Shocker?
Fat cat.
Like,
That fat
think it-
cat.
I mean, when you're Black Suit Spider-Man, you're gonna think a lot of different things.
Well, think about it like this, though. Is it really worth killing the Shocker over the Green Goblin?
Oh,
Gizmo.
Green Goblin is definitely worth killing, but Green Goblin usually winds up taking care of himself.
And then there was that one time where Green Goblin and got killed because he thought it would be fun to impale himself on his own glider.
And then there
You
was
wanna
that
know
one
what he's-
time at. And there was that one
What?
time at band camp.
You want to know what he said before the glider hit him?
Oh,
No, he said, "Here I come, world."
wait till they get
I
wait till they get a load up. Something
I
just
didn't-
fell.
He's like, "I didn't think this went through. I clearly didn't." And Peter's like, "Yeah, you didn't. You missed by a whole country mile."
That guy's fucking dead.
Don't post this on YouTube, Peter. What are you doing? Oh,
That guy's fucking dead too.
I had this. Oh, I had this recorded. You're kidding me. Hey, you said. Hey, you said watch this. This and
Speaking of-
then
Speaking of things to watch, Netflix announces December release date for Yu Yu Hakusho live action series.
nope.
Did they want it to die on the vine? Rebel Moon's coming out in December.
Why does it show up as an AVF image? What?
It's gonna premiere on December 14th.
Okay.
Okay, so it will have enough time to not compete with
Maybe if I
Rebel
like.
Moon.
Here's the thing, though. I see this live action show as a possible thing because this show is kind of grounded in the beginning. They could do something with it for like the first couple seasons. People forget that the Yu Yu Hakusho is really, really grounded compared to other shows.
And yet, here's the thing: it can't ever work in live action like any other anime.
Not if Lee did something about it, because someone's gonna make Yu Yu Hakusho into a greaser, not a typical Japanese delinquent. They're gonna make Kuwabara they're probably gonna make Kuwabara the one black guy.
doesn't talk like this, and I don't want it.
They're probably gonna make Kuwabara the stereotype football jock. They're probably gonna make the Yusuke's girlfriend some spunky
Keiko.
black girl that's trying to remind you of the privilege he's got or some shit like that. They're probably gonna make Hiei like the stereotypical Asian, silent and like almost. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't think they're gonna fuck with Hiei. Point is, if it was live action in the US, they fuck with it immensely. But this is Japan we're talking about. They've had some bad raps with some live action stuff, but with Yu Yu Hakusho, I have faith. I have faith. And since One Piece, the live action show came out, they're probably going to take some notes. Speaking of anime, Code Geass director reveals why anime featured so much fucking pizza.
It was product placement.
Yet,
Pizza Hut helped
have you-
fund the show.
Do you, Kevin, know about what that reference is?
Yeah, I know what it's a reference to
Yeah,
because
so
Pizza Hut is a product placement in Code Geass.
yeah, so for those who don't know or haven't watched Code Geass at all, yes, there is a product placement that's blatantly obvious everywhere that they every chance they get uh, by Pizza Hut. And it's not just regular pizza like cheese, pepperoni, pineapple, mushroom. It's always some sort of weird concoction of like hot dogs on the crust or whatever the fuck. Sometimes it's like an everything on pizza, that kind of thing. But yeah, Code Geass. One of the things that Code Geass is known for is its Pizza Hut collab, and the director here tells us why. I, I guess. So we first aired the first part, took a break, got our act together, and reorganized our studio. We had no toilets, no place to do meetings or check the footage or anything. The
What the
writers'
fuck?
room was just the writers' room was just some room we rented in a nearby apartment. That's how bad it was. At first, the sequel was supposed to air as in the first same time slot, but since it got so popular, it was decided to move it to a more popular time slot early in the evening. But that worried us because it would change the audience, so we had to remake everything as if it was a new show. But because if we didn't, the viewers wouldn't have gotten what it was about. That's the situation we were in, so we had to redo everything from the start. But there was also the fans of the original who wanted to see a sequel, so we tried to find a middle ground that would please the two and become R2. No wait, they didn't say anything about the pizza shit.
Gizmo, do you have any AI song cover requests for Halloween?
Michael Jackson singing "This Is Halloween."
This
I was
Halloween,
actually gonna have the Disney bad guys all sing that.
this
Actually,
is Halloween, this is Halloween. Ooh. Oh, here you go. Those who watch Code Geass will know the multiple characters in the show are frequently seen eating Pizza Hut. As the series had a collaboration with the company, the most prominently example of this is the character CC, who displays a notable
C2.
CC. It's CC or C2, either way, tomato, who displays a notable fondness for pizza throughout the series. In fact, she's always ordering it. Okay, you're not really explaining why there's always pizza. Oh,
la
here you
la
go.
la la
Why
la
in the
la. La.
hell would they always be eating pizza? But since we had to go along with it, I figured we should all go all the way. I started having fun with it, and the rest of the staff also got on with it as well. Okay, so this was
Going
just
all the way with
I guess so. This was just something for the lulz.
it.
Yeah, it looks like it was just for the lulz. That's actually pretty funny.
You said going all the. You said going all the way with it.
And I'm going all the way.
Speaking of going all the way, Adult Swim confirms final end to Fooly Cooly or FLCL.
Remember Fully Cooley used to be cool, and then they had a bunch of sequels to it that sucked?
Despite its popularity on Toonami, executive producer Jason DeMarco confirmed that Fooly Cooly anime series will not receive any further seasons. The anime series Fooly Cooly Grunge and Shoegaze from Adult Swim is officially coming to an end, according to a studio executive on X, formerly Twitter. I'm fucking calling it Twitter.
On Zitter.
On Shitter. Senior Vice President of Anime at Warner Brothers Television, Jason DeMarco, took to
You
the site
missed
to
an
confirm
opportunity for a QT.
that the network will not produce any further seasons of the show in a post praising the work of the anime's cast and crew. Adult Swim considers Grunge and Shoegaze rating a success, and it's very happy with their performance. We won't be making any more, but thank you to everyone who helped make them a success. You taking the time to watch means a lot, DeMarco said. Fully Cooley Grunge, a follow-up spin-off to the previous season. Alternative tells a story. Okay, yeah, you're the Huggies. I'm not going to spoil that.
God damn it, Gizmo.
Huggies.
Wonder what the hell Lizard Guy's up to right now.
Spirited
Probably
Away.
writing messages about Asa. I hate Asa. I hate Asa.
Oh,
I
he's a
hate.
murderer. Yeah, some retarded shit.
And like all of what's on his walls are
Oh.
just
Oh, would you look at
Asa.
that? Mr. Negative has turned into Adam Driver.
That's not a reference on Lizard Guy.
Hey, um, Alex, is Adam Driver related to Minnie Driver?
I have no idea. Probably.
You know, Jane from Tarzan?
Probably.
That's how I remember her as.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it
anyway,
was.
Well, anyway, I know this was a short stream, but I'm gonna end things
Yeah.
here. So, next week we're gonna hopefully do more Mario Party,
Hi, Craven.
and next time
That
on
should have
Metroid
killed
Prime,
him.
I'm going to attempt to finish this game. So until then, I will be departing. Bye now.
Now he should be dead.
Eh.
Spirited Away stage play to receive a digital and Blu-ray release.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I'm happy about that. We usually don't get stuff like that, especially not in the West.
Oh yeah, especially that. And more Ghibli news. My Neighbor Totoro is getting a sequel, and it's screening this season at the Ghibli theme park.
Now the
Nice.
whiplash should kill him.
Well, I'm yawning just like Alex, so goodbye, good night, y'all.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking day for me too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be going as well. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, I'm going as soon as this cutscene's over.
Sorry, things had to be short, Gizmo.
Those people
Here's to
should
the
be
rest of this for
falling
next
off
time.
too.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just waiting for the game to finish up with the Road Strife.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
I'm waiting for the game to finish up with this cutscene.
And there's some other topics here that would be interesting to talk about too.
What's up?
Let's see. The ones are Hayao Miyazaki coming out of retirement again.
Oh yeah.
The Berserk team just talking about how hard it is to continue the Berserk manga after the creator died.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man in a comic story where nobody remembers Peter Parker.
Okay.
DC revealing the alternate ending for Robin's fate, Jason Todd, because it was up to the fans.
Yeah, did they actually have the other ending for that?
Yeah, they had it, but because people wanted Jason Todd dead, they decided to make that canon instead. Let's see. There was a trailer for a new Marvel comic called Avengers Twilight. Not that Twilight. NYC,
yeah, where Captain America gives up the shield again.
Marvel announces creative teams for Ultimate Spider-Man. There's Warner Brothers will be announcing comic books for Thundercats and Powerpuff Girls.
I mean, we've been.
DC would announce Elseworld comics returning, as well as sequels to Dark Knight Steel and Gaslight by Gotham, or Gotham by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight, yeah.
Stanley's daughter will be filing a lawsuit against Power Entertainment. Rob Liefeld's Captain America Heroes Reborn art being auctioned off. The Coffin of Andy and Lele dev.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So there's this game called The
Yeah.
Coffin of Andy and Lele, where two of the characters have a
Yeah, I know about that.
yeah,
I
they
was
have
hoping
like a
I'd talk
dream
it in
about
this
having
stream.
an incestual relationship, and people gave more of a shit about that than they did about the fact that the characters in the game are cannibals
Yeah, I brought that up on Twitter. People are
involved in
bitching
human
that,
sacrifice. So
Yeah, oh, you're more disturbed about a brother and sister fucking each other than you are the brother and sister casually practicing cannibalism.
yeah.
Fucking idiots. I was gonna talk about all of that, but the death battle thing and Ben,
We're still live, man.
I am.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye now.
Say bye bye.